Yeah, ask me what you want to.
All right. Well, Eric, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about you from Andrew, so it's really great seeing you in person. Basically, Andrew and I have been, I'm assuming Andrew, or you know about how I met Andrew. I met Andrew on that Tuesday. He helped me out, saved my father-in-law's life when we were kicked out of our vehicle, so I'm very grateful. And
Was he the one in the uh I gotta think now. Not the wheelchair, but
the
the walk.
walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my father-in-law. And so
Okay, good.
I was in the Palisades and I had to get my father-in-law down. And I got a ride from a different stranger named Jeff. We got stuck in traffic. We got kicked out, had to get the walker out. And then Andrew saw us struggling and, swooped in, pulled up his car and, rescued us and got us to safety to Santa Monica.
Okay.
And just very grateful to Andrew. And in talking to Andrew, he told me this amazing story about how you rescued his cats as well as tons of other pets in the Palisades. And I was like, oh my God. Like it kind of blew my mind. It was amazing. And I just wanted to get your story and hear, first of all, how are you doing? I'm assuming you
I'm
haven't
good.
been able to go to your house or anything. How is it going for you?
I've been in a hotel for over a week now. And
Okay.
I would still probably be up in the Highlands, but everyone wanted me to bring their pets down, so that's what I did.
Right, I bet. And how long have you lived
Madden,
in the Palisades?
huh?
How long have you lived in the Palisades?
Over 12 years now.
Oh,
It was
okay.
2012 when I moved here.
All right.
I
So,
moved into my dad's place.
okay, you live, and is your dad still with you in your dad's?
No, he passed away in 2013 from cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But let's start that Tuesday. I'd love to hear what happened. So there's a fire going on Tuesday afternoon. You stayed all of Tuesday. Were you not scared? Or did you think you had to get down that hill with everyone else when the evacuation order happened later that day?
No, I kept looking around. And I also drove around because I know the Palisades or the Highlands really well. And I drove around, and the fire wasn't close to my place. I'm in the HOA 3. That's
Okay.
right across the street from the elder care place.
Okay. So
If you know
you're
where the elder care
I
place.
don't know. I was on Glenhaven on the other side of the Palisades or a
Okay.
little further down. Uh,
Yeah, it's right above Costa Nostra,
okay.
restaurant there.
So you were driving around, the fire hit. Do you dog walk or take care of people's pets for a
Yeah,
living?
I'm a dog walker now. I say cats is taking care of cats, and I've also had clients where they've had rabbits and snakes as well as iguanas, and I took care of them and fish.
Tuesday afternoon, the fires hit. There was a mandatory evacuation order in
Yeah, but
place,
I stayed.
but you stayed. And Wednesday, give me the first time you got a call from someone. Can you say?
Well, at 6 in the morning, I woke up a little before 6. I decided to go drive around and see what was going on. It was like 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh,
And I went on to Michael Lane, and all you saw was embers. It was like pouring down rain, embers, but they were flying everywhere
yeah.
and catching homes on fire, bushes on fire. And if we had water, I could have saved quite a few homes, even a friend's home, because I could have put out the embers that lit up underneath their porch or up
Right.
on their roof, but we
Right.
had no water.
When did you go to inside a house to get the first pet? Whose house
Well,
was
the first pet was about 7 a.m. I get a call from one of my clients. I usually walk her dog, Sammy.
that? Okay.
And she said that her what do you call it, housekeeper was able to get Sammy out and two of her cats out, but there's one cat left in there. And
Okay.
that street, which is part of Michael Lane, but it's above Michael Lane, it was an inferno up there. Most of the whole homes are already on fire. And I
Oh,
figured it was too dangerous, but I said I would try. And I got into the house. The house wasn't on fire, but on the side of the house, on the back of the gate,
It was on fire.
Just inferno there.
Inferno, and you were in the house.
Yeah, I went in the house because the house wasn't still on fire yet. It was mainly the bushes up against the
Did you
house.
have a key to the house? How did you just break?
No, the front door was open.
Okay. And did you
Uh,
find the cat?
no, because I got halfway up the stairs and the smoke was so thick, I couldn't breathe. I was
Oh,
gagging. My eyes were watering because I didn't have a mask. And I said, I got to get out to get fresh air. And when I got out to get fresh air, the whole garage was on fire, the
oh,
outside, and above the doorway was on fire.
oh my
I
God.
barely got out and I had to get in my car, and my car got melted in the front because I was in the driveway.
Oh my God.
And I barely got out of there, but I couldn't save the cat.
Oh, do you think the cat may have run outside on its own?
No, it was so thick smoke in there that it probably uh what do you call it? Passed out because of
But if the door was open to the front of the front house, couldn't it have gotten out prior to you even getting?
I don't think so because it was upstairs under one of the beds.
Okay.
That's what the owner says. It goes under one of the beds upstairs.
Oh man. So this is starting with a slightly not so great start. You
Yeah,
tried, you went in there, the cat wasn't able to be rescued. At that point, what were you thinking?
I felt really bad because I couldn't save the cat, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to risk my own life.
Right.
And
Well,
I thought,
you already did, Eric. Sorry,
yeah,
but you already did. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, and you should probably get that cough checked out too, because I'm worried you have smoke damage, from.
I'm sure I do. I inhaled a lot of smoke in that place as well as other places. And then later I got a call from Sarah and Andrew that since I was up there, they needed to get their cats out of there.
There's fires going on right across the street from
Yeah,
where their house is, like
well,
literally
about 20 feet away.
20 feet away. You managed to
Yeah.
get in a parking spot that where there's not flames
Yep,
right.
no flames. Yep.
And then did you enter through the garage to get up? Like how did you?
No, the front door.
Okay, you went to the front door and then you just broke it down. What did you do?
No, they told me about the key, and so I used their key to get in the front door.
So, were you? Because the way Andrew described it was, he was like, just break the door, but you were conscientious to use a
Yep.
key at that point.
They told me where to find the key, and that's what I did. I didn't break the door down.
Where was the key? Just it doesn't matter at this
It was
point.
in a lock box that they have with a code, and they gave me the code.
So you're sitting there struggling with the lockbox in as an inferno is right next door, trying to get a key to get into their house.
Yep.
Oh my God. This is kind of it's comical, but I know that this part of the story has a happy ending. So you get the key, you're trying to get in, you get inside the house. What happens then? Did the two cats just run to you and you
No, they were locked in a closet.
Gigi and Bella? So
Yep.
Bella was the last one you got, the harder
Bella
one.
was the first one, the black
Bella
cat.
was the first one you got,
Yep.
Eric. Gigi was the second one you got.
And that
And
was the hardest one because
she
she
and I
was
what the way I
buried.
understand, she wouldn't come to you the initially. She was
No, neither
undisclosed.
one would come to me.
So what did you do to try and get her to come to you?
I had which one, Gigi or
Bella, Gigi, the second one.
yeah. I had to dig for her because she was buried under a ton of clothes, and I
Were
kept.
you on the phone on a speakerphone with Andrew
Yeah,
and
I was
Sarah?
talking to Sarah. Yep.
Was she the way I heard? Was Sarah trying on the speakerphone and you were using your voice to try and woo the cats back, the
Yep.
Gigi
And
back?
she was trying to do it also. Yeah.
What was she saying on the speakerphone trying to get Gigi's attention? Do you remember?
Uh, I forget now.
Like Gigi,
Yeah, Gigi, come here.
please, baby, just for once.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Oh my.
but
So finally, how did you get Gigi? Sarah's on the phone. She's like, Gigi, come here. You're holding it up, trying to get this cat who's underneath a whole bunch of clothes. How did Gigi eventually come out?
she didn't. I had to unbury her from all the clothes, and once I found her, I grabbed her by the back of the neck, picked her up, and then I put my other arm underneath her, and got her into the carrier.
Wow. And the other cat, Bella, was already in the carrier.
Yeah.
And there are flame. Could you see the flames through the window as you were like trying to?
Yeah, from my brother's place.
Oh my
And
God. So flames are coming in. Were you scared for your life at this point, or were you just like, I
yeah,
gotta get the
I
cats?
mean, I was calm getting the cats, but I was in a hurry to try and get out of there. Yeah, because my dogs were at my place because I left them there. And so once I got both cats, I left in a hurry and I was able to get by my brother's place. A fire person came, or fire department person, and he goes, "You got like 3 minutes to get things out of here because this place is going down."
Oh my God. The fireman said that to you.
Yeah. And there was an explosion next door, and all over my brother's Jeff's patio as well as the neighbor's patio.
And about what time was this, Eric?
Uh, I think around 12 or so, I think.
Okay, noon on that Wednesday, noon Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay. So your brother's place is going to go up in flames. Fireman comes up. You have 3 minutes to get out of there. So now what do you do? Are all
I go
four
back.
animals?
So I go back home
Yeah.
and I was going to get ready to leave
Yeah.
because Sarah and Andrew wanted their cats.
Right.
Excuse me. And I went back home. I got Leilani and Denali. That's my dogs.
Yeah. Okay.
And I picked up
What kind of
Bentley.
dogs are they, by the way?
Leilani is a purebred Siberian Husky.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And Denali is half Siberian Husky and looks like half German Shepherd.
Okay. Okay.
But I rescued Denali off the streets a couple months ago. She
Oh,
was
wow.
coming free, I mean, running. And I rescued her and I put her on next door. I went to my vet, had no tags and no chip on her. So I've
Okay.
kept her because she's really good. She's about a year old.
Wow. God bless you. So you have the four pets. You have two dogs, two cats. And
So it makes three dogs because I had Bentley at my place also.
who's
Uh,
Bentley?
Bentley's another Siberian Husky, which was a client of mine.
And
They,
you happen to be watching after Bentley
yeah,
before.
I was watching Bentley.
So you have three dogs. Okay.
Yep, three dogs and two cats.
Okay. And then so Andrew and Sarah, they're on the phone. Come home, just get home,
Yep,
get out of the fire. And what did I heard you made yourself something at that point? Is this when you got a little hungry in the middle of a
yep.
huge
Because
fire?
I had been up all morning and I was hungry, so I went ahead and ate food.
What did
Uh,
you eat?
I had some brats. I had to microwave it because we didn't have any gas or anything.
So you were microwaving your brats, which were probably pre-cooked anyway, right?
Yep.
Did you put ketchup on them or mustard
And relish.
and relish? Did you have a bun?
Nope.
No, you just cut it with the little condiments,
Yeah.
call it a day. Okay. So they're calling you. They're like, come home. There's fires going on
And
everywhere.
I'm telling them we're safe where we are
You
right now.
probably have lung damage at this point because you were just in one burning house and another one that was about to go up.
Yep.
But you're eating your brats. Did they fill you up? Did they taste good at that point?
Yep. They tasted good. And then
Okay.
afterwards, I was going to go down the hill and leave, but then I get a call from my brother Jeff that I needed to pick up another dog.
Oh my God. Who is this?
And huh?
Who is this dog?
Wags is his name.
Wags. And
He
where?
just he lived off of Michael Lane in one of the townhomes or condos.
And you never. This wasn't a client dog. This was a.
No,
So how did
but
Michael get? How did your brother know?
he knows the owner of Wags.
And they found out that his brother, you, was still up there, and
Yeah,
they
and Wags was still in the house, and no one can get up to get him.
and where and so was that block on fire at this point when you
Oh
got
yeah,
there?
Michael Lane was basically on fire, and so I went and drove up, and I was able to get into Wags' place or driveway and pick up Wags, and I noticed a certified nursing assistant with an elderly person, a
Yeah.
senior citizen in the car, and they said, "Should we leave?" And I go, "Well, there's fire right, not even 100 yards away. It's coming down the hill. I said, you're going to have to leave. And she didn't know where to go. And I go, there's fire engines at Costa Nostra on Palisades Drive. I go there and they'll help guide you down the canyon. But I said, you need to leave because there's fire coming down.
Right, right.
It
And
was
was she able
close.
to drive? She was with a caretaker or something, this woman?
Yeah.
Okay. And
She had a walker also. So she couldn't go far on the walker.
right.
And
So
so I
hopefully
took
she
uh,
have you heard from her since she got down the hill or no?
no, I haven't. And I
Okay.
think they went down the hill. I left before they did, but I said you should leave. You shouldn't go back in the house because
Okay.
I said the fire's right up the hill, and it wasn't far at all.
Wow.
And so I
Okay.
went in the house for Wag's place.
Was Wags real scared when you entered that house? I mean,
Yeah, he was scared because of all the smoke.
what kind of dog is Wags?
It's it was a small white dog, almost like part poodle or Shih Tzu or something like
Oh,
that.
poor guy must have been scared. So
Oh, he was.
was he happy to see you or was he kind of
He was happy. I just picked him up. I didn't walk him. I just carried him because he's small.
and there's still fire on Michael Lane
Yeah,
going, and you could smell the smoke inside of Wag's
yeah.
house as well.
And just so you know, Wag's place burnt to the ground. And same with the where that lady was with the nursing assistant, it burnt to the ground as well.
I'd love to get her name too as an extension of this story. But and Andrew and Sarah's place, of course, burnt to the ground as
Yeah.
well. So
Yep. The
obviously,
whole association's gone. I put Wags in the car,
yeah,
and the other dogs are fine with him, and the cats were in the trunk because of they are scared of
right.
dogs.
They're cats, and there's
Yeah,
four dogs at this point in the front seat. What were you thinking putting your life? You put your life in jeopardy not once, not twice, but it sounds like a dozen times going.
I care so much about animals, and I didn't want them to be left there to die. Just
Yeah,
with the cat, that even though I knew it was dangerous to go in that house to try and save the cat, I just feel for him.
yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to try and save him.
What's really touching to me is that, you tried to save that first cat and it didn't make it. It was stuck in the
Yeah,
house. And you went out and went to three other places and saved, you went to two other places, not counting your three dogs, and saved other animals. So,
yeah.
did you think about that? Did you think about the fact that you couldn't save that first cat and there was smoke everywhere? And like maybe that same situation would repeat itself when you were trying to save Bella and Gigi as well as Wags? Were you
Yeah,
thinking,
I was worried because my brother's house was on fire. Same with the next door neighbors and the neighbor next to him because that's where it all started. I was worried I wouldn't get out of there, but I wasn't going to leave until I got both the cats.
wow. So you have all these cats now. You have two cats, you have
Two
four
cats,
dogs.
four dogs. I get another call when I'm getting ready to leave, that Ruby was left at home for a couple days. That's a German Shepherd.
Okay.
What happened is I get to the place. It's on HOA 3, which is on Palisades Circle.
Yeah.
And up on Palisade Circle, you could see the fire coming down the hill, way up the hill though, ways coming down. And so I went there, and he had a code for his garage, and so I put that in, got in, and I heard the dog barking. But when I got in there was nothing, and I went checked every room, and they even had their daughter on the phone telling me, "Oh, call Ruby, say dinner time," because she hadn't ate for a couple days. And so I was all in there doing that, went through the whole house two or three times because they kept saying, "You may have missed her, go look again." So I kept
Hmm.
looking for her, couldn't find her, and then I noticed near the front door glass on the floor. And I looked at the window near the front door, and it was totally shattered. And so somehow Ruby had jumped through the window and got away. So then the owner was saying, Well, go to the pool area. That's where she likes to go. So I went to the pool area, went to the front door in front of it, looking around, calling
Yeah.
her name, couldn't find her. I told the owners, I'm sorry, I can't find her, but I have to go. It's already after 9 p.m. at night now by that time.
This is
Yeah,
9 p.m. on Wednesday. Oh, I thought you got down a lot earlier. 9
no,
p.m.
because the time I had to do so many things, I was,
Right. Right, because you're out there saving belongings and
yeah.
saving pets. And so we don't know where Ruby likely didn't make it, but we don't know why.
No, Ruby did survive. I found out later. They called me. A neighbor and that stayed in HOA 3 like I was doing,
Yeah.
uh, found her roaming around the complex and got her, and they reunited her with her family.
Oh my God.
But I spent hours driving around looking for her.
Oh my God. Coincidence that you heard this dog, saw the shattered glass. It just seems like something with your presence there got Ruby out of that house.
Yep.
But God, that dog was saved. Unbelievable. Okay, so now you're going. We're at 9 o'clock. You're going down the hill. Now,
Drove down the hill, and I say the hill is, before you hit the canyon, but lower Woodies and upper Woodies was totally on flames, all on my right side. And I mean, there was nothing left of that association.
okay. And did you have to like speed through the flames in order to get out of there?
Yeah,
You
because
did
my car melted quite a bit in the front.
just getting out at 9. Were you like, oh, I should have left earlier? Were you thinking,
No, I was trying to save animals and get people stuff that they really needed. And I was driving. All of a sudden, in front of me, there was a fallen tree. So I had to swerve to the left. I hit the tree, but not bad because I swerved in time, but it still scraped across my car. And I got down the canyon, and there's no one there. And I got to sunset, and then I ended up going into what is that, Ocean View there area, and dropping off Andrew and Sarah's cats first, as well as Wags.
what was Andrew and Sarah's reaction when you first pulled
They
up?
were very excited that I brought the cats down. And I told them, I said, sorry if I worried you because it took me so long. But I said they were safe with me, which they were. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to let you know my brother Jeff, who lives up in the Highlands, he lost his place. And
Sorry.
my brother Greg, who lives in the Highlands, also up in the Enclave, he lost his place also to the
And
fire.
you're going to be losing likely your income given that there are no
Yeah,
dogs to walk there. And you
right.
don't even know if you can inhabit your place. There might be smoke damage in your place where
I
I don't,
know. I haven't been up there because they won't let us up there at all. And
yeah,
then they have that curfew, which I don't totally agree with, from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
have a remarkable story. And on behalf of, you know, everyone who you helped and even everyone who maybe you didn't directly help, thank you. You were a helper of hope.